Wuchang Fallen Feathers is our next game of the night, and it's by Lean Z 2025. It's a Souls-like RPG.
This game premiered at the Xbox Partner Preview. We could go ahead and take a look at the trailer. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I'm excited for it. Like Adam said, you are Wuchang. You are a skilled pirate warrior. You are struck by amnesia.
You know, I didn't realize how brutal that was at the beginning with the neck snap.
Oh yeah, dude.
Can I be honest real quick? Okay, I'm gonna pause this trailer real fast.
Yo, let's go ahead and pause it.
This isn't really an honesty thing. You know what? This is the most irrational fears I have.
Snapping your neck?
Yes, somebody grabbing my neck and going.
Have you ever been to a chiropractor?
I have, but I did not let them touch my neck.
You did not let them adjust your neck?
Nope. I used to get so scared. Like, I wouldn't let people like touch my head like this or like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like freak out if people tried grabbing my head like that.
I mean, it's a bit. I don't think it's an irrational fear. It is certain death.
Yeah. So, all right, let's pull the trailer. Tangent over.
But the trailer itself, it looks really fun. Like, it looks really good. It's giving me some vibes of Sekiro. Obviously, you got your blade and stuff like that. I think the style of the game itself looks really, really cool. The story, like we said, nothing too crazy going on. You are Wuchang, who are we seeing right now. You are a skilled pirate warrior, and essentially you've been struck by amnesia. Once you awake, there is a mysterious illness spawning monster creatures throughout the land. Can we take a real quick second and just say, like, I think this idea of like a plague spawning monsters is like getting really played out for Soulslike. So if you guys could come up with a different idea sometime, that would be really cool. But other than that, it looks really fun. And I think the most interesting thing, if you guys are just listening, the combat system behind this looks very cool, and I'm super excited to get my hands on this combat system, which is why I kind of wanted to bring it to the forefront.
And what I really liked about it is I like the element of, like, I'm guessing you're talking about the combat system, but the sparks and like the bright lights around her. I think I have a different trailer than I did the original time, but it really shows like bright flashes and like it seems very over the top and exciting to see, like, when you hit a certain move that the animations look really good. I think that's really why I was excited about this one.
Yeah, and I think that's a really cool thing is, like, a lot, like Adam said, we're seeing a lot of these like really cool animations where like the flames and stuff are kind of enchanting the weapon and stuff, and you're seeing all these very bright, vibrant colors that are not typical in a Souls-like, and that's a really interesting idea because you are able to enchant your weapons. And like the way that we talk about this all the time, you kind of do Souls-likes as like your builds and stuff like that. You never really get to kind of mix and match these things. Like I said, I'm always a strength build, so I never really get to mess around with magic and stuff like that. Being able to use these enchantments on your weapons like gives a whole new kind of like dynamic to the game. And I think one of the really interesting things about this game is being able to harvest the skills from defeated enemies. Like I love that idea that you're going to face off against this really cool boss who's going to have this really cool thing that just absolutely destroys you and pisses you off. And then the second you beat that boss, you now have gathered that skill and get to use it on the rest of the enemies in the game.
I think that's really cool. It reminds me a lot of like Infamous or Prototype, because Prototype was like that. And when you do it with Prototype, it was so brutal. Like, or even like when you like suck the soul out of like just the NPCs walking around, it was always like it was so. I should not make that noise again on. So I'm sorry for your ears, listeners.
Do it again. Do it right now. Do it better. Do it better.
No. Oh, Dave, you're gonna make people mad.
I mean, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I just think that kind of, it's so cool to do that. In Infamous Second Son, when you defeated a boss, like you get these new abilities, and I think that this game, that's cool. I like that element in games because when you're fighting them, you're like, oh man, it sucks fighting this character. Like, it's so hard, but when you get it, like, oh, I have the power now. And like, you feel so strong after you defeat the boss with the power and then start tearing other people apart with it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, dude. Like, a skill tree is the most basic kind of thing. And it's like when you're upgrading the skill tree, you kind of feel Like you obviously feel like you're leveling up and you're getting better, but this is like absorbing a skill from a defeated boss just feels different. Like it just feels like you just went like godlike and you're like, "Whoa," like that power, like the, you know what I mean? Like you're like, I have this power now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it has a sense of accomplishment more than like, oh, I got a few tech points. I can put them over here and not really feel the effect of it either. You know what I mean? Like, that was my problem with like Spider Man. I love the game Spider Man, but I feel like the skill tree was so big and so vast and like really it was just all combo based. It didn't feel like I take that back. The second one I felt like the powers you gained were actually pretty cool in some of the sense, but the skill tree itself, I just felt like it wasn't doing anything. Like I know it does, and like you can feel effect, but like absorbing a power in the game, like at the same time, like getting a new power, it's so much better than a skill tree. I think.
Yeah, it just hits different. Like it's hard to explain, but I think like I don't know. I think if you played a game like this, you probably understand what we're talking about. Like it really does just hit different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, there's not too much going on here. The combat system looks really good. Again, the story is a little lackluster. You know, they're doing the kind of basic, you know, like we said, the mysterious illness is sprawling throughout the land. Whatever, been done before. You know, you're gonna make your way through. You need to find, you know, like we said, you have amnesia. You've waken up, so you need to figure out your past and like also save the, you know, save the world, which is fine. Multiple endings based on choice, which I think is really cool. So there's going to be a lot of replay value in the game. We talked about the gameplay itself looks really, really unique and really, really polished. That's one of the things that I saw in the original trailer that like the gameplay dynamics looked like they just felt really clean. So yeah, I'm super excited for the game. I think it's going to be great.
I don't have much to say about it other than it's a Souls-like, not typically my type of game, but with this one, it does look cool. And with that, like, I know I'm not into these Souls likes, but there's been two that have like really caught my eye out of all of our episodes, everything like that. And the first one we talked about ever was Liza P. I was like, ah man, Souls like Dave's making me watch another Souls like game. No, Liza P. Like it has good lore, it's different, it's unique, and like similar with this one, like maybe not the lore is very unique, but the the gameplay and the element of like taking on different powers from the enemies, like that's cool. Like that's more intriguing to me than some of the other Souls like. So definitely looks cool to me. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you have anything on this game, if you're excited about it. But yeah, that's all I got.
Looks really good. It's coming 2025 at some point. If you have not checked out the trailer, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. Sad note here, this came out at the Xbox partner preview, so this will be an Xbox exclusive.
And Steam. It's on Steam too.
And Steam, yeah. Which on the last episode that has since been deleted brought up my conversation of the Xbox being dead, but Adam did not agree with me.
I still do not agree. I'm an Xbox fanboy. I can't say that, to be honest. Like I can't call myself a fanboy. I feel like let me know if this is true, Dave. Like if you're a fanboy, like you like hate the other side. Like a true like ride or die Xbox. Like I'm not that way because I have a Switch, I have a PlayStation, I have a PC, I have VR. Like I have it all, and like I just buy what games I like on each.
I wouldn't say you're a fanboy then. Just let the Xbox die. It's dead. It's dead. We looked up the sales. I'm not saying that Microsoft itself as game developers are dead. I'm just saying that like a majority of their like Xbox is, what is Xbox King at? Like what is the Xbox King?
Oh, like game wise?
Yeah, like anything. Like what is Xbox the best at? Like what is something in the gaming world that you think of and you're like, that's clearly Xbox?
Are you talking about Xbox console?
Yeah, like the console.
It used to be. The argument was that Xbox, it's not so much anymore. I think PlayStation has the same capabilities now. Xbox used to be like the best like home hub entertainment. Like you had everything in terms of like entertainment, because I don't know if you remember like the Xbox One, you could plug it, like the original one, you could plug like a receiver, like your DVR into the back of it and like control it all through your Xbox. I don't even know if you remember that. So that's why it used to be the best. But in terms of like performance wise now, I would say Xbox is a little bit leading. I will say though that the Xbox also has like a more like budget friendly console edition. Like their Xbox One S, it's the next console, right? It's in line with the Xbox Series X at like $200. Like, you know what I mean? Like it helps you get into gaming if you don't have like a bigger budget, I guess, compared to like $500 for the X or the PlayStation 5, which is like $400 too, or 500. I don't remember.
Well, now I feel like a piece of shit. All right, Xbox, keep making affordable consoles for people. I was just saying because I'm gonna give it up for Xbox and say that like back in my kind of like era of gaming, Xbox was really known as like where the hardcore players were at, especially when it came to like online multiplayer. Like PlayStation was not like Xbox was known as like more of the online multiplayer. And I just feel like those hardcore gamers have all kind of moved to PC. You know what I mean? So I just thought like,
And
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's just due to the accessibility of like every game on the Xbox is on the PC now.
Right.
And that's not always the case with PlayStation. So I think you'll probably see a correlation of more Xbox gamers are on PC rather than PlayStation players on PC, if that
Right.
makes sense. So I think that's why most of the console Xbox players are moving to PC just due to the access of having everything on the PC that you can also get on your like Xbox. But also, you can play PC games on your phone or your iPad, or not PC games, Xbox games on your phone or your iPad or other streaming devices such as like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally. Like there's more accessibility, whereas PlayStation's still stuck on PlayStation. Yeah, they're releasing games later on to the PC, but it's not as quick turnaround. And to your point about multiplayer, back in the day, like before there was crossplay, Xbox definitely was the place for multiplayer.
Yeah, Xbox reigned supreme for like where the
Yeah,
hardcore good gamers were playing
yeah, and
at.
it was so much easier to get in parties and find each other's gamer tag. Whereas like PlayStation, it was kind of a hassle, and like the PlayStation Network was always annoying. And I will say what PlayStation had going for them back then is the PSN was free for a while, and then it got hacked, and they're like, okay, we need to put more secure walls up and actually protect our players. So
That's what I was going for. I was just saying, like, I wasn't saying that Xbox, like Microsoft themselves as like developers are dead. I just thought the console was because I just feel like most people have just kind of moved to most Xboxers have kind of just moved to PC anyway, and it's like I don't know that I feel like they would be better if they just ditched the console and just went straight PC. But I do like the fact that they make an affordable console for people so that more people can get into gaming. So I'm glad that we gave this one a week to kind of simmer because I was way more adamant about it last week.
I was incorrect with a lot of my accusations of no, Xbox has better sales overall, but they don't. They do not. I will say one more thing on it. There was actually a leak that Xbox is going to release a handheld. So, again, bringing a console, more accessibility, being able to play it on the road, and not like how PlayStation did with their PlayStation Go, where you have to be connected to your PlayStation. It's going to be more like a Steam Deck. Like there's a leak on it. I don't know how true it was. It was a quick article. I didn't actually like. I read through the first like 5 minutes of it or first 5 lines, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And then I got distracted, so I don't read. So
More to come on the
yeah,
Xbox mystery handheld.
yeah, I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I think that's going to make it even more accessible, and I think that's what Xbox game developers are doing, and Xbox in terms of like the Game Pass, just making it more accessible across all mediums of like gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Xbox, you're fine. Keep making stuff.
yeah, keep making stuff.